Hello and welcome to 60 Minutes or Less, a podcast from Birthday Cake for Breakfast. I'm Andy Hughes and it's a special episode break for us, our first bonus episode, as we welcome back Raygun Busch, vocalist in noisy Oklahoma outfit Chat Pile. Originally appearing on the podcast for episode 21, Raygun returns for what is a regular feature on Birthday Cake for Breakfast, ASL, which is basically one of those how much is a pint of milk endeavours you used to find in magazines. The latest Chat Pile record, Cool World, was released in late 2024 via the Flenser. But we don't talk about that. Instead, it's cats and dogs, favourite VHS tapes, and why cartoon foxes are so cool. This feels very much like we're moving into the territory of every other podcast out there, so who knows, maybe you might soon see my mug plastered on a billboard in a town near you. If you like the episode, let us know. Follow us on your favourite streaming platform and follow Birthday Cake for Breakfast on all the socials. Right, onto Raygun Busch. Enjoy. If you're ready, we'll crack on purely because I don't want you
Sure.
to. I don't
Oh,
want to crack the
are you the guy that said I'm cracking a 10 that one time?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay. You said crack just now, so
Oh,
that
did I?
that that brought it into my head. You said crack into it or something like that. I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, mate,
Anyway, yeah, let's rock. Let's do it.
mate. Sorry, that's the Englishness coming out. Crack
Oh, I
on.
love it. I love it. Crack a 10. I love it.
You need to take Krakatini on tour with you and tell all the Europeans about it.
Yeah, yeah, I will. I will.
The first question for you, Reagan, is ASL. I don't know if you're old enough to remember MySpace. I'm sure you are. But
Oh yeah.
do you remember what ASL means?
I don't remember what ASL means.
I don't think many do, to be fair. So ASL is age, sex, location.
Okay. My
And it's
age is okay, so you want to hear that?
sorry, yeah, and that's the first question. So
Sure, yeah, yeah.
ASL, yeah.
Okay, 40, male, Oklahoma City.
And currently in a car.
Currently in a car en route to Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Next question's a biggie. Have you ever seen a dead body?
Yes, I have.
Care to develop?
I don't really want to if I don't
Fair,
have to.
fair, fair. Who is your favorite Simpsons character?
Ooh, that's a good. My heart says Lisa immediately. I connected with Lisa, I think, a little bit. But I love them all. You know what? I'm gonna actually, my definitive answer is Lionel Hutz, the lawyer that Phil Hartman voiced. Phil Hartman was a genius, and he brought so much to that show.
Top show. What
Yeah.
t-shirt are you wearing?
Right now, I'm wearing one of my dad's vintage Dallas Cowboys t-shirts.
And what did you I don't want you to check right now because you're driving, but what did your last text message say?
I think it was something from my girlfriend about she went out with some friends last night to kind of early celebrate her birthday, which is tomorrow, and she gave them all hats from the law firm she works at, and there's a picture of her and all of her friends wearing hats. The Cortez Law Firm.
Is that an American thing or is that a law firm thing?
I don't know. She handles marketing for them and stuff, so I think she just has access to the hats. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know.
What's the last song that you listened to?
The last song, I was in the shower listening to music. Damn. I'm having a hard time. Oh, it was freaking Dreaming by Blondie. That's what it was.
I take it you were doing some air drumming in the shower. That is a big one for you.
Oh yeah, I love that song. Singing along to it. That's a good album. That's the best album. Each of the Beat by
Yeah,
Blondie. Yeah.
totally, totally. How did you meet the people in your band?
Captain Ron and Stan are brothers, and I met Stan at a record store that we would all hang out at. And then I realized that Captain Ron was the guy who had been pulled up on stage at the Frog Show I had been to kind of recently before that I actually formally met them. So we became fast friends. They lived out in a suburb called Midwest City, And when I first moved to Oklahoma City, because I'm from a small town north of Oklahoma City, for the first 18 years of my life, I lived there. So I drive. When I first moved to Oklahoma City, I didn't have any friends, so I drive out to Midwest City and hang out with them. And a lot of my core friend group does stem from all those people that we all know together mutually. And then Luther Manhole is just another guy. He's the cousin of somebody I've known for a long time. I didn't know him until about 10 years ago or so. And we became fast friends too. So, yeah.
What's the first record that you bought?
First record I ever bought was All for One, self-titled on CD. You know that band, the group? Not a band. I guess they are a band of fellows. I swear, All for One. Yeah, all for the number one. It's I swear by the moon. They're like kind of a knockoff Boys to Men.
Yes, I've got that. I thought that was Boys to
Yeah,
Men, to be honest.
yeah. No, it's All for One. That's the first CD I ever bought.
To be fair, you're in good company. I think my first album was Backstreet's Back.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I love dance, R&B, pop and stuff. I mean, I love that kind of music. So
What's the last record that you bought?
the last record I bought, oh my goodness. Oh, you know what? I bought that Tsunami box set that Numero put out. Numero Group doing the Lord's work put out Tsunami. It's one of my favorite indie rock bands ever. Jenny Toomey, absolute unsung god, and they put out a box that has all three of their albums and the rarities LP and stuff. It's great. So that's the last thing I bought.
What was your favorite VHS growing up?
Immediately, what comes to mind, I had a lot. When you're a kid, though, you really don't, compared to what you have later when you're an adult, you have, not that much. But Wayne's World, I think, is the movie I wore out the most. I mean, no, I mean, I know. There was one summer where I just, for some reason, decided I was going to watch Wayne's World every night that I could, and I did. So it's like the movie I've seen the most easily. I had the VHS that we bought at McDonald's. I don't know if you had that in the UK for 2 years or so, 2 or 3 years. McDonald's would every now and then be like, "We have tapes for sale. We have a Dances with Wolves. They have the little McDonald's logo on the back too." But yeah, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels is another one that they were selling. Anyway, but we got Wayne's World from them. It was great.
The idea that McDonald's had to move into selling videotapes,
Yeah,
money, it couldn't have been that, they couldn't have been that hard up, surely.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know what the thinking was, but it was. When I was a kid, I mean, I was just like, "This is the best thing ever." So,
I love the idea of a little McDonald's insignia on a copy of Dances with Wolves as well. That's mad.
oh yeah, and you can find them too. If you look for, you just like you could probably go online. Those are the three I remember, but go online and look up what the series. There's like four tapes at a time, and then if you like, we have all these places you can go find used VHS and stuff here in Oklahoma, and you can find you if you find Wayne's World, 50-50 chance it's going to have that McDonald's logo on the back.
When was the last time that you cried?
Oh God, probably like a few days ago when I was working on this new album. So
Says it
yeah,
all.
yeah.
Have you ever kissed someone and regretted it?
Oh my
Regretted it?
God.
Regretted it, sorry.
Yes, of course.
Best physical
Yes.
feature?
My best physical feature? You know what? I'm just gonna say I've always been very prideful of my calves. I'm gonna go with my calves.
Good shout.
The real answer is probably my eyes, but I've never really worked out. I work out now, but when I was a kid, I didn't. And my calves have always looked great.
And what about your worst physical feature?
Oh God, it's becoming my teeth. Unfortunately, the older I get, I feel, but my brain, maybe. I don't know. No, that's stupid answer. I don't know. My back. Let's just say my lower back is. For me, it's my worst feature because it bothers me a lot.
And reasonably okay slash not bad feature that you're not fussed about.
Reason. My hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any pets?
Pets, yeah. I've got two dogs. I've got Goose and Buck, the drama kings. And I've got two cats, Captain and Buffy, the fancy tigers. And they are all my boys. I love them all very much.
What are the temperaments like with the cats and the dogs?
Oh, they're all chilling together. We all coexist peacefully. Unfortunately, Captain is very old. He's 16, and Buffy is like two or one and a half even. And so Buffy's got a lot of energy and he wants to play hard, and Captain doesn't really want to play. And sometimes Buffy's behavior comes off as bullyish and stuff, so he needs to be policed every now and then by me or my girlfriend Morgan. But otherwise, oh, even just last night, Buffy really wants to cuddle with Captain. Captain's warming up to the idea, so I'm loving seeing that progress. But the cats and dogs, they're friends. That's a myth. The media, you know.
This is going to turn into a anti-media podcast.
Fake news. Yeah. No.
Have you ever picked up any injuries on tour?
Yeah, I've slipped a couple times, and it's like I'm on a banana peel or something, you know, and like come down hard on my hip. It's happened a few times. Not really. We all got it's like bacterial infection on the last tour, and we were all just like limping through the last 10 days of the tour. So if that counts, maybe that.
What did you do for your last birthday?
My last birthday was beautiful. I turned 40 on my last birthday. I don't typically have big parties and stuff. I don't really typically love to put a big spotlight on myself and celebrate my birthday and stuff in a big way. But this year I was like, let's do it, you know. And so we had a classic over the hill party, you know, where we had like a tombstone that said like R.I.P. Ray. It was fun, and then all my friends came, and it was just a kind of an emotional, great, fun time. And I loved it. It was the best birthday I've ever had in my life, probably.
Name something that you can't wait for.
Name something that I can't wait for. Oh man. Uh, Usually I'd have like a movie or something that's coming out that I've been dying to see, you know. I'm like real excited about it, but there's nothing really on my radar yet. There will be, you know, once I learn that I can't wait for. Damn, damn. I guess I'll say I can't wait for the new album that we just did with Hayden to come out because it's a way different kind of mode for us. I'm curious to see what people will think of it. I am very excited about it, so let's say that one. I can't wait for that to come out.
Do you have a crush on someone?
My beautiful girlfriend Morgan, I have a crush on her every day.
Right answer. What's the shittiest experience you've had as a musician?
The shittiest experience I've had as a musician. Oh, I mean, because there's obviously like you eat shit. There's like tons of things that can go wrong, but I love doing it, you know. One time I was making an album with this guy, and I was really enjoying what we were doing, and I also kind of needed it, you know. I needed it in my life, and we were working on a consistent schedule, and then he just ghosted me for like 2 months or something. And then we eventually kind of quote unquote finished it and put it out. And it's still a little unfinished in my opinion, but it is what it is. So that was a huge bummer to me. I'm gonna say that was bad. It's not nice to do to people that you're working with creatively.
If you could go back in time, how far do you think you'd go?
Oh God, not too far. Probably like when I was born, just so I don't fuck that up. So 1984, you know. And then what would I do with that information? I don't know. it can maybe get something done. Who knows? Who can say? But yeah, I would say, let's just say to be safe, 1985. You know what came out? I was born on Thursday, and the next day, pretty sure, I might be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure Ninja 3, The Domination came out. So that'd be fun. What if I showed up on my own birthday and I watched that movie? That's what I would do if I had time travel, probably go see movies.
What do you think your family? This isn't a normal question. I've gone off piste, but what do you think your family would do if during their son's 1-year-old birthday, a 40-year-old man showed up and wanted to watch the newest film at the cinema with the whole family?
Oh, I mean, they wouldn't have time to go see the movie with me. You know, I would not engage probably my family. I'm envisioning that if I time traveled, I would be here because I wasn't born in Oklahoma. I wouldn't time travel to the hospital where I was born, like the moment I'm born. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
Quite a conundrum, though. That's a really funny image. How do you want to die?
How I want to die. Jeez. Quickly and painlessly. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it would be horrible to die slowly, which is the odds are that, die slowly of like cancer or something. And I did smoke cigarettes for many years. I don't smoke now. Don't smoke. Any people listening to this. But I mean, do you mean like how would I like to be executed or how would I like to just die in general?
Dealer's choice, Raygun.
I mean, execution, firing squad, no question. Just in my life, if I could just have like a heart attack and then immediately start DMT tripping or whatever, that'd be fine.
What?
Mark Sandman from Morphine, he died on stage of a heart attack. That's not a bad way to go.
It's quite well, not common, but it's happened quite a lot, hasn't it? With people dying just on stage.
I don't know.
Tommy Cooper, that famous British comedian.
Hmm.
Yeah. What draws your attention straight to Firing Squad?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to be tied up in a chair while gas, or I don't want needles to go in my arms. So, like, the firing squad just kind of seems like pow, right into my heart, explosion. I'm dead immediately. No
Okay.
noose on my neck. I mean, I guess I'm tied up. Maybe I'm not even tied up. Maybe they let me run away. They shoot me in the back of the head. I don't know.
I think combining the time travel with the Firing Squad and letting you run away seems like the most cinematic.
Yeah.
On a lighter note, what's your favorite thing about pizza?
My favorite thing about pizza, oh man, I love pizza. The versatility, I must say.
And what are you craving right now?
Right now, man, now that you say that, I could eat a slice of pizza, just like a big old slice of cheese pizza. Or, I mean, if I could really have my way, fresh mozzarella slice from that place in New York. It's like really famous. I always eat there when I go there. It's like Joey's or something like that. That's the best pizza ever, maybe. I don't know. Now that's what I want.
Have you ever been on a horse?
Yeah. I'd like to be back on a horse. I haven't been on a horse since I was like a teenager. So I'm always worried about hurting the animal, sitting on the animal. But I guess that's what that's what you do. I don't know. I guess, but part of me worries that that's something that we all just tell ourselves. It's like, no, they like to be sat on. It's like, do they? I don't know. But then again, I'm on board with us returning to horses too. You know, if in the cities we got rid of cars and we all just had horses, wouldn't that
This,
be a world?
oh yeah, this Zoom call would be different if you were if you'd plug the phone into your horse.
I'm trotting along. Well, I wouldn't be able to do the pot. Well, I mean, I guess in this fantasy we have rail. You guys do. We don't have rail. I can't just get on a train and go to Tulsa. In a perfect world, I could. I don't know. It'd be amazing if we had a quick rail. I could get there in like 90 minutes, but now I got to have my own car. Anyway,
I'm totally with you on the horse aspect, though.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm just sometimes I just think about stuff like that. I'm like, man, maybe we messed up by going away from horses.
Yeah. What did you dream about last night?
I did. I had beautiful, dreamless sleep last night. Thank God.
Do you like Chinese food?
I love Chinese food. Some of the best food there is.
Have you ever been on TV, Reagan?
Have I ever been on TV? I know I've. I don't know. I don't know if I. I mean, I've probably been on like some in some form. Maybe not even with Chat Pop, but in my life. You know what? When I was a little boy, Cub Scouts, me and some kid, I think it was this kid named Jay Norris, talked to him in 30 years. We went to like a news station in Oklahoma City or Tulsa or somewhere as Cub Scouts, and we were on the news for a second. So, yes, definitively, I have been on TV.
And have you ever met someone famous?
Have I ever met someone famous? You know, yeah, immediately comes to mind. We played in New York, not this last time, but the time before. We played a show with this band called Empire State Bastard, and their drummer was goddamn Dave Lombardo from Slayer.
Yeah.
And we just cut it up with that. We just hung out with that dude. He was just so nice and so cool and just so clearly in it kind of for the love of the game in a way that was really inspiring to me. And I mean, he's always been, his playing has always been, I mean, he's a top drummer for sure. I don't know. So it was a beautiful thing to hang out with Dave Lombardo for like just a little bit at that show.
It's cool seeing him and, Igor Cavalera.
Uh-huh.
I think he lives in London and he plays in some reasonably small bands. And it's weird. It's like, that's Igor Cavalera and Dave Lombardo. I'm not saying Empire State Bastard are a small band, but it is cool just seeing them playing with these different bands and it being like, they're totally cool, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned Igor. I mean, I picked one. We met him too. He was extremely cool. We had almost an identical experience with Igor. His band, Pet Brick, I want to say,
Yeah.
they played a London show with us. And they were terrific, and he hung out with us, and it was also he was as cool as Dave Lombardo. Honestly, the two of them, I wonder if they're friends because they seem like both really chill, cool dudes.
And finally, Raygun, what do you want to be when you grow up?
What did I want to be when I grew up? I think I just wanted to be kind of like a cool guy, you know? Like my girlfriend, you bring this up, she was asking, oh, we were watching some movie and she's like, this is when I would see this as a kid, this was like what I thought being a woman was and what I wanted to be as a woman. You know, I cannot remember for the life of me what that movie was. And it might embarrass her if I said it on here, so I won't. But she was like asking me what mine was, and I had to think about it. And my three examples that I came up with were Robin Hood from the animated Disney Robin Hood, where he's a fox, Tremors, Fred Ward, and Kevin Bacon, either one, and then Summer School, Mark Harmon, where he's a teacher. And all of those are just kind of like laid back, cool guys, jack of all trades, masters of none, you know. And that is sort of who I am in a way. So as far as having like a goal on like my profession and stuff like that. I mean, I've always wanted to be an entertainer, I guess, you know, in some regard. I've always wanted to be an artist, and I am. So mission accomplished, I guess.
What do you think it is about the Fox Robin Hood that's so appealing to people?
I don't know, but he's the best, isn't he? I mean, and then I told her that, and she's like, "Well, I always loved Maid Marian in that," and she used to dress up like the fox, Maid Marian and stuff. It's like, yeah, he's just the coolest. I mean, I think if some magazine or something or whatever made like the top 10 coolest movie characters, of all time. Robin Hood from that movie, the animated Fox Robin Hood would be short. He'd be top five for me, easy. Just in terms of like having it all together and just being a super cool guy. And then meanwhile, they did it again. Maybe it's just something about foxes, but the Fantastic Mr. Fox,
Oh
a
yeah.
similar character, a very similar. That's another character that I love. I mean, I was an adult when that came out, but I relate to that movie in a kind of a personal way. I don't know. I love his demeanor.
Foxes are cool.
They are cool. They're really cool.
And that's the list, Reagan. Thanks very much. You made me laugh a lot. That was really funny.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. This was a fun, definitely a fun one to do. You're not asking like where the name Chat Pile came from and stuff. So that's refreshing.
Yeah, yeah, sure. I mean, I almost derailed you with the second question about a dead body, but I think we leveled it out.
We moved on. We moved past it.
Got on to talking about a cartoon fox eventually.
That's right. That's right.